Hey, Yadi, you see how big my studio is this morning?
Wow. You can even run? What are you dancing, Peter, today?
Ah, I'm dancing sickness. I'm
Oh,
dancing the room. I'm dancing with you, Yadi. I'm dancing with this podcast. I'm dancing with anyone who's listening. Are you listening?
are you listening?
I'm dancing with Sarah, who we met at the beginning of this week. I'm dancing with Sarah's yesterday. Yadi,
Yeah. Yeah.
what are you dancing today?
Uh, well, I think I danced with a pollen in my nose.
It's
Maybe I
that
am
time
also
of year.
dancing as a pollen because I have a yellow t-shirt.
Last week you looked like you were wearing pajamas.
Ah, really? That's true. With Sarah, yes. But there were spurs on it, so it's still like I still maintain the nature vibe of
Yes.
sort of spring coming out in Stockholm.
Ah, I'm on residency
Yeah,
uh,
where?
at Mark. Um,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, this is Mark Knislinger's Folkhuset. Very beautiful. Ah, have you had more premieres this week? There's always premieres, I feel, Yari.
No, but I sort of started two new things on Monday at the same time. But next week, I am with the Petra, with the from the Master in Choreography.
Ah, really? You're performing
Yeah,
with her in
yeah.
her choreography. Nice. I was with Lucy Katimer. Um,
Ah,
I'm like an outside eye. I'm so excited for her. It's such amazing work.
but so
So
will you come in
interesting.
Stockholm?
Sadly not. I don't think I can make it, but I am there in spirit for sure. And hopefully, um, yeah, hopefully I will find a way of reconnecting. It's been such a beautiful journey. I knew Lucy from when she was studying in the bachelor.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I guess I was her teacher. But, you know, what do I have to say about
yeah.
that?
What do we have to say, or what do we have today.
I mean, so we tried this new format, the the yesterday, a day in a dance
Yeah.
with Sarah Mark. I'm I really enjoyed it. Um, like it was so freeing and fun to speak through a day. Oh,
Yeah, or to listen to such a another day.
mm, mm.
Um,
What stuck with you from her day? Like for me, the shower. This was really great. You asked this question. Um, how was your shower? For me, this is the most important moment of a dance related day.
yes, because I dream to have a solo in the shower because when I'm in the shower I feel like I can dance back like when I was
Yeah.
dancing 30 years ago. My
Ah,
body was so able to do so many strange stuff.
yeah.
And I'm like, yes, so every morning I go in the shower and so I'm like, yes, yes, I can do a solo in the shower.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will one day. I mean, Sarah said, wow, maybe we should have a film, dance film, where there's
It's true, yeah.
every shower. This is a great idea.
I think, I mean, she had so many stuff. I think I really enjoyed the the baby, the relation with
Yeah,
this baby that she
yeah.
meet twice per week, and
Even the alterations in her back that she's getting issues.
yeah, exactly,
It's like, oh
exactly,
gosh, it's amazing. Like we can dance all our lives, and then it's something like that triggers an injury or
right.
yeah,
Yeah, discomfort. Yeah,
yeah, discomfort. Yeah.
yeah. And I also think it is. I mean, because she has a lot of pedagogical tools, and so this relation into her nephew and her
Mm,
pedagogy,
mm,
and also what you brought up about the consent and babies.
mm, mm.
Um, yeah, it's how do we work with consent with people that
Yeah,
or think or
yeah,
that they're
yeah,
not giving back a clear language answer.
yeah. And this was her master thesis as well. I was completely unaware. Like I've been following Sarah's uh, work and studies for ages, and I had no idea that she had focused in on that. And it makes me, it reminds me how so many people are doing so many amazing things, and um, they are finding interest and managing to create a little narrative around an aspect of dance that is specific and unique and it's so rich, it's so beautiful that it happens, it's so beautiful that we can let it we can be a part of it. I just wish that yeah we found ways of seeing it all, being a part of it all, listening to it all.
Mm.
I somehow
Yeah,
like I don't think this is a big platform, you know, me and you talking on on Spotify
no,
and
definitely.
Apple Music or whatever and Apple Podcasts and but you know like it is a platform and it's so it's it feels really precious to be able to create that. Actually, I had a former student come to me yesterday and say, could we meet and discuss what it's like to make a podcast? Could I
Mm.
make a podcast about folk dance? And
Oh wow.
we haven't spoken yet, but I'm already like, yes, please do it. Oh my God. Uh, like, why not? This is super lo-fi. Like the costs are as low as possible, and that's intentional. Um, Here in the residency, I'm working on this question of like, how does an anarchist dance? And of course, it brings up questions of like, is dance political? And can dance be political? Um, and it of course it makes me reflect on my work and how uh, the institutions like Instagram and YouTube and stuff, like it plays into a type of techno oligarchy that seems to be emerging, where uh, single companies own huge swaths of access to cultural spaces. And that's where we find ourselves. And of course, am I contributing, or are we contributing? Uh, are we protecting? Are we managing to keep the value for ourselves and for our community, the people who
Mm.
listen, and at the same time, um, yeah, avoid too much capture and too much extraction? I mean, there's a great freedom here compared to maybe like the the types of freedoms you get at the university, even though those are great as well. But it's a different freedom. In the university, there are a lot more codes. Of course, you present in a certain way, and you have to adhere to certain schedules, and uh, like there's a limited amount of attention, and also it's a kind of gated community as well, where only a few get access or feel like they can get access or use that access that exists. Whereas perhaps here, at least at the moment, there's a sense of mm, like it's an archive for as long as these things exist, and there's a free to access nature, especially to the podcast. So it's
Yeah.
interesting. Anyway, I was thinking
I,
one thing that came up. Yeah, sorry, say yeah.
no,
Um,
actually, go for it. I would ask you stuff about podcasting and so on. So maybe better we keep with the Sarah Mark because it was such a
yeah, it's
beautiful
so
day.
rich. And at some point, I think maybe I raised the question, and it reminded me, like, finding permission to just dance. She went into the dance studio, right, to research, and um, uh, I sort of asked, like, you have this intention to produce this thing for this research that she was doing, or this class, and I was sort of like, do, do you feel like you can just dance, like, or is your mind set on making sure it worked? And she immediately said, like, as a dance teacher, her time is very limited, and everything is like precious. And I can resonate with that, right? Um, like finding a moment where the dance can linger longer than it should, and you can stay with it longer than you have to. Um, it's quite rare, uh,
Mhm.
and I think one of the challenges, and that's maybe why I like that we keep returning, and maybe the dancing we're doing isn't so like free, but um, it hopefully gives a sense of like there's always next week, there's always next time I can address that or be with that, think of
Mm.
that. And also it's a permission to return to the body, which
Mm.
I probably perhaps wouldn't if I didn't have this like meeting with you.
Mm.
uh, Sorry, I brought it back to the podcast.
No, it's no, but what you're speaking, what does the podcast on us? No?
Mm,
Maybe also because Sarah Mark maybe also brought it up,
yeah,
toward the end when I made this question also how did this
yeah,
podcast influenced
yeah,
your dance in the day or your way of seeing dance in the day.
yeah,
But
exactly.
it's exciting that we still get excited. So she is a full life, and then suddenly she's like, I want to go in the studio,
Yes, yes,
and this is promising for all of us.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It is. It's so true. And like, it was interesting to hear her talk about like how some, I guess, well, some classes are just so. It gets her so excited, and how that's mixed with the days of like, oh, this is hard work, or how do we do it? And yeah, exactly that the joy and the love and stuff can still exist. Which reminds me, I have a big space, so I'm gonna do this hot dog rolling.
But yes,
Did you do this? You were talking about doing this on stage, right?
yes, I did. When I did on stage, I was like, yeah, is it with the hand? Yeah, exactly.
And did you think of the hot dogs at 7-Eleven?
No, no, no. I just thought, do I do in which way do I do it? Yeah, like this, or
Oh, nice.
do I roll with my arm on the chest, or do I roll with my arm long out
Oh
on,
my
on
gosh. It reminds me of how hard the floor is. I feel all my hips
of
each
course.
time I roll over them. Wow. Oh, I must,
Yeah.
maybe I should go do it on some grass.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I I was thinking, Yadi, what did you do yesterday? Do you remember? Maybe we could do a quick run of like how our days were with dance
Oh, I
since
love
since
that.
we asked
Yeah, exactly.
it feels only fair.
Okay, but then I do start. Oof. How time do you give me? 2 minutes? Three?
No, go, go, go. I will pause you if I need to ask questions, and
Your host.
you just go as
So,
fast as possible.
so I I placed alarm the night before at 6,
Wow.
and at 5:59 I wake up and I feel like, did I place the alarm in the right time?
Because is this early for you? Is 6 o'clock early for you?
Well, it depends. Yeah, I
Yeah, okay.
mean, no, not really, but also a bit early, but not.
But
Uh,
there's a reason you're waking this early. What is
oh
that?
yes, I had to go to work as personal assistant,
Ah,
so I started 7:30, and so and then I see, oh, 5:59. Great, okay, I have 1 minute, and I take it. I don't care. And then suddenly, after 3, 4 minutes, my alarm doesn't go on, and I'm
ah.
like, okay.
You hadn't set it.
I set it at 7 instead of 6.
Oh, wow.
And so I somehow, I mean, in a way, when I woke up the first
Yeah.
time, I felt I did something wrong the night before, and it was right. I did something wrong. So I was like very lucky, and also now in this time the light is on, so the room heats. So also it's kind of like, but of course I got also because the sun comes earlier and earlier so fast now. Then also I imagined, oh, I
Mm.
overslept, and that also was a way for me to wake up.
Yeah.
And then I beautifully took my shower. Was amazing.
Did you think of Sarawak?
No, I didn't actually. I just thought like, oh, another day started beautifully for me with a shower. But I thought, oh my God, now in this new shower, I there is a lot of water in the on the bottom. So
Mm.
it's also nice because I'm a bit in the river, under a cascade, and under what's it called a
I love
waterfall.
that.
No, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But so this is even exciting because I'm like I kind of, you know, you know, that's
Mm.
so good. Yeah, and then I prepared my breakfast that I would eat at work, and then I went to biking for 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, lovely. Was it a nice morning? Do you remember?
It was a bit cold, but
Mm.
it was okay. It was okay. It was sunny, but very cold.
Right.
And so I was kind of going between the shade and the sun. And in the sun, I would feel okay, but in the shade, I would feel very cold. So it was nice to kind of trying to get like the more sunny possible, or the more like, or the less shade possible. And and then I arrived at work at 7:25. Um, yeah, Bengt, the person I work for, was waiting for me.
Mm.
I prepared a couple of sandwich for him. Then he usually asks me, "What do you want to eat?" That means, "Do you want to eat your muesli?" So we had a sort of breakfast together. And the day went on like this, I would say. We went around a lot of places like Filkingen, like
Wow.
Ballet Academy,
Wow.
and the really Swedish Royal Ballet School
Oh.
to put posters for him to find new personal assistants.
Ah.
And yeah, also Cyclopen. Yeah, Cyclopen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an art. It's a social place, like
Yeah. Yeah.
for a lot of different people, and it's exciting. So in
And
those
it's
places were was more exciting to put like Cyclopen and Filking. It was really nice to put the poster on. Where at the Royal Swedish Ballet School and the Ballet Academy, it felt sort of a bit fascist aesthetics. Or I have to be careful where I put a poster. Or actually, but I even in one of the two places, the person told me, "Oh, I have to ask
to
to
the
the
boss.
head."
Mm.
Yeah, and I was like, "Really? For a
Mm.
poster, you go basically until the top, asking for if you put a poster." I was like,
Mm.
"Yeah, I remember. I remind me what does it mean to be in such a dense context."
Right. Yeah.
uh, where everything is clean and everything it's about to cleaning and also be
Yeah.
pure, because
Yeah.
and in ballet it's a lot of also about purity, and in my ballet school also there was, for example, how do you sleep, what do you eat, which people even you meet, like, there was so, I mean, it was
Mm.
30 years ago, I agree, but you know what I mean.
But it's
uh,
also they are really curating their aesthetic. They're taking care of it in such a specific way, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then what? Then where did you go, yeah?
Then, just about to finish, my friend that we had to come for dinner here at home wrote me that
Mm.
had an accident with bike and had a concussion.
Oh my gosh. Are they okay?
They're okay, I think, yes,
Uh,
but yeah, they had to rest at home and so on.
yeah.
But then I came home and I was like, oh, I have a bit more time for me then, and I had a beautiful dinner with my collective.
Mm.
One of them cooked lasagna for everyone. We
Oh,
divided our also cooking together, so
yeah.
we share this. And then I did speak a bit with them. It was nice to have some social time. At the same time, then I went to do some laundry.
Yeah.
and I did some kind of computering, like
Mhm.
organizing, sending messages, organizing nest some stuff with authentic movement for
Oh
next
yeah,
week. I sent messages to people. There was a so keep update.
yeah, the admin.
Exactly the admin for
You're
this
so
the
great at that with the authentic movement. I think I'm still in the WhatsApp group and I'm always like so happy to hear that you're still organizing sessions together. I wish I was there. I wish I could join.
ah yeah.
It's very great. It's so nice. So important. For people who maybe don't know what authentic movement is, it's a beautiful practice where you um, someone closes their eyes and they're the doer, and then someone is the witness, and the witness sort of holds the space to allow whatever is done by the doer to be sort of permissible and taken care of. So the doer doesn't have to do anything. I mean, they can just stand, lie, or things can come up, whatever comes up. This is why it's called authentic movement because it's whatever. But that whatever is taken care of. It's grounded in this witness that sort of tries to empty out and allow the whatever the doer is to just land with them. And you do this now for more than a year, where Serial Joiner, uh, who else?
Larissa
Larissa, of
Dick.
course,
Yeah.
Sticky, uh, and then
And we are
like
actually doing this since 3 years now.
3 years, yeah. Wow,
Yeah, almost 3 years, I think.
amazing. Anyway, okay, so you do some admin.
Yeah, I did some admin for different stuff just to be sure that I keep up on admin at the same time as I do stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think I just wanted to gain some ice cream. So I eat ice cream. I was a tiny late, I think it was around 9:30.
And because there was ice cream at home, you didn't have to leave the house.
No, yeah, I bought it to some new vegan ice cream yesterday,
Oh.
sorry. So I was like, oh, I want to try it, the vanilla.
Oh,
And
Yari, snacking on ice cream so late.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
This is the power of this podcast. We can we can haunt your little habits.
yeah. It was the first time I had ice cream at home, actually. In this home, it's only a month I live here. But just, it was
Mm.
also a ritual, like, oh, wow, now I can do this. Absolutely.
I love it. I love this so much.
And
Mm?
then I went into like a very like oral hygiene,
Yes.
very proper somehow.
Well, you had just eaten ice cream. I should hope so.
Yeah, yeah. But I really went really
The
with
flossing,
exactly the
the
flossing.
brushing.
I was like, oh, I should do this every day.
It's nice. It can be nice to sort of take care. It's funny, isn't it? Like, I wonder how much of dancing is actually oral hygiene or, hygiene, moving the body, being with the body, being with
Yeah.
the sun. I was so reminded of Sarah and this feeling the sun, and like you on the bicycle, feeling the sun. Yeah, beautiful. So are
True.
you moving towards bed now? It's 9 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think I went in bed and I think I did a couple of admin again.
Of course.
Like I did something. I was like, I wait to do that in bed, but I don't remember what. Sometimes I have certain message that they are kind of maybe not work. It's they are all, and then
Mm.
I'm between and I'm like, okay.
I save this until it's not admin time.
Exactly, exactly. Or and then of course, then I probably lost myself s
Yeah,
swapping and on something like that, I suppose. Because I think this is a feeling I have every day, and then I'm like, ah, it's just about to be right how much I use my phone in bed toward the end, and then
yeah.
it becomes too much. It's like in the moment I feel it's that's right. And then suddenly I'm swapped into, okay, that's wrong. Like that's too much. But I do feel like soon I will stop do this. I don't know. I have the feeling it's coming. It's like soon I will just decide. I think it's when I get my clock on my because I want to buy my a watch,
Yes,
a
yes,
wristwatch. I
yeah.
think it's I'm about to do it or something like that.
And will it have an alarm? This gives
Yeah,
us
it's true.
full circle to the morning when your alarm
Exactly.
didn't work.
Exactly. I think it's this a bit.
Ah, this is beautiful. What a beautiful day, Yari.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is you wrote me. This is what it is. I was in bed and you wrote
Yes.
me. Hey, this is what
It was
you
really late. It's true. I felt really bad because I hadn't read your message and I messaged you back.
exactly. And you
Yeah.
were like, yeah, yeah, let's do it tomorrow morning, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm, yeah, yeah, cool. This was a lot. Yeah, now I remember.
Yeah. I mean, so I mean, we can read the message, of course. Um, you said, I can't at 9 from Stockholm. And before you would write, yes, love, I ask 8 a.m. Stockholm time. You were probably put in the chat UK time. And I'm like, 8 a.m. is perfect. I'm in Sweden. See you in the morning. And then you're like, hee, okay. And I'm
What
like,
time is?
this is 10:37.
Okay, yeah,
And then
you
I
see,
said,
oh, I
I
mustn't
just
be
got
there now.
confused. And then you said, see you tomorrow, dear. And I'm like, yes, night, night.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And that was 10:38. I sent the last message.
That's yeah. Apparently, like with Sarah also was the same. Sometimes really
Mm,
stick with some timing.
yeah. Yeah. Do you want to know what I did yesterday?
Exactly. What do you do?
I woke at 7:30. I feel like you have such a better memory than me. Because I was trying to recall what I did yesterday, and I'm like, okay, so I woke, and then it was 7:30 because that's it. I'm living with Matthew and Benny, and uh, I know Benny was like, I wake at 8. And I was like, okay. I try and sleep till 8, but I'm in bed and I'm like, I can't sleep anymore. And so I get up and I have breakfast. Um, and I think I got everything out. I got all the bread and the margarine and the tomato and the pepper and the vegan cheese. I got it all out. I made myself a sandwich. And then I also got out the granola, which Benny has, and I chopped up half a banana and I got the Oatly milk and some Oatly yogurt as well. It's very luxurious. I don't normally eat like this. I normally have just porridge. And it's like a little bit like I'm away from home. I can eat someone else's breakfast routine. So I think I ate alone. I listened to a podcast, I think. I was listening to Catherine Malibu. Uh yes. And then um
What was the podcast?
it's I could look it up. So it's with this philosopher, Catherine Malibu, and it's a part of uh a a thing called a podcast called New Books in Philosophy. And so the podcast is talking about her book, Stop Thief, um, Anarchism and Philosophy. quality books.
Uh-huh.
It's a really nice interview with her where she explains why she wrote the book and things. And so I've been reading the book with Benny as a part of the research we're doing. So I was just re-listening to this, and then I come to the studio here over there, and um, I edit the podcast. Ah, yeah, and of course it's like a little walk here. So I go outside, I see the day. It's like cold, but blue skies. It was very beautiful, and it had rained the day before, and I was hoping it would get dry, and it had started to dry on the floor, which was really beautiful. Then I was editing a podcast, a dance with. Mm. So what I do is like I'm listening to the audio and I'm using the AI transcript. I'm going through it and checking that things are spelt right, and I'm like collecting the references that occur, and then I'm like looking for the websites for the references, and I am sort of trying to yeah, check spelling as well of like people's names and things. Like I feel like this is the most important thing, so that I can send it to Sekke, who I was editing the podcast of, that he can check that I've caught everything and spelt it correctly, and or even just the right person. And this was really nice. Like I was a bit worried that the quality of the recording would be not very good, but it was really nice. And he's such a beautiful speaker and has such wonderful ideas. And it was such a joy to listen to and to be reminded of the dancing we did together as well. Um, yeah, that was fun. But also I get tired after a while. Uh, so I stopped and then went into sort of warm up dancing, and I was exploring sound. I was in these like bean bags. I was underneath the bean bags screaming, and I was outside through this door. I was walking backwards around and around the building, which is from Sarah Ruddock, watching the world pass me by backward, because yesterday we had read about um, how anarchism turns its back and sees that the general isn't there, and or how in anarchist the anarchist also looks back and sees there is no order, there is no origin, and looks forward and sees that yeah, there's something like this. So I was sort of like, oh, what is backwards? Hmm. And I think like, yeah, I'm doing this like speaking and singing practice, and I'm aware like, oh, I wonder if this is annoying for Benny, because we hadn't like sort of spoken about like, can we dance whilst uh, can we dance and make noise, or like is it in silence and things? So, but I think this was also part of like a good thing like that we discovered later, because then we did some like witnessing, like we set a timer and I danced and Benny watched, and then Benny danced and I watched, and we did this twice, and then we spoke about witnessing and about this noises I was making, and also spoke a little bit about consent, like how do we agree exactly on this, like how do we agree on what we do, and uh, can we agree in the moment, and how does that work, like how do we be inclusive, or is it okay to just do what you want or not, and yeah. And then
Have you been in the residency for how long you two together?
yeah, so like since Sunday, so that's yesterday was Tuesday, so that
Uh-huh.
was our third day in the studio.
Nice.
Yeah, and we've been doing a lot of reading, a lot of like moving around trying to answer questions and things. Yeah, it's fun, but of course at the same time it's like, oh God, what what is this? What is it? What is it for? You know?
Hmm. You mean
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
you are in
like
this point of the research where you
yeah,
still don't
we
know
don't have
for.
like is it a show? Is it a text? Is it
Uh,
a lecture? Is it just part of so Benny's doing a PhD in Oslo at Quito, and there he's researching protest in dance.
aha.
So, like, is it just an extension of his research, like with a little bit more freedom than just looking at protest, or is it something else? Are we starting a dance or something? So it's super super luxurious, but it's not funded. We didn't manage to get funding, or more or less. Like, of course, we have the space and the accommodation that is paid for by Mark, and we will also go to Trelleborg. Anyway, this is just practicalities. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, so please, now I understand better.
Yeah.
Somehow there is in between the PhD is doing
Hmm.
and your
Well, our
anarchist,
conversations and our
yeah.
yeah. And then and then it was lunchtime. And I was like asking Kaiser here, like, oh, can we go for falafel? Because I was like, I want falafels. And she was like, oh, I don't know. But we went to a place and we had this fun conversation of like, can we have a vegan falafel? And the guy is like, yeah. Sort of like super confused. And then he's like, oh, what sauce do you want? Tzatziki? And I'm like, oh, no, no, no milk. I mean, speaking in my broken Swedish and things, like, and then he says, ketchup? And I'm like, yeah, ketchup, ketchup. So I had a falafel with ketchup. And it comes, and honestly, Adi, it was like as long as my arm. It was so big. It was so nice. And the bread was really good, and the
Oh,
falafel was nice,
wow.
and the salad was fresh. And we were the only ones in the restaurant, so it was really good. Uh, I'm like now thinking of it. I haven't had breakfast yet today, and I'm like, oh, maybe I could get a falafel again today.
Oh my God, yes. Another like it's a burst of passion, like the one with Sad. I was like, oh, I'm so looking forward to go to the studio, and you're like, I'm so looking forward to go for lunch.
Yeah, and then Benny wanted to play a game on the laptop, but it needs a console. So we were like, oh, let's go see if they have consoles. It's a really small town, Knislinge. So we went up to the electrical store and to buy a console, and we found one, and we were like, oh yeah, this should work. So we get that, and then we're walking back, and we got food as well. We went in the supermarket and bought food for an evening meal. And then we walked back. I had some tea, some yogi tea that I had bought, and we sat and talked a little bit in the apartment space. And then I was like, I think I'm getting sick. I think I should take a nap. I was up early, and I was like, okay, I'm getting tired. So I had a nap, which was really good. Like, these naps where it's like uh you think you lie there, you're like, oh, I don't know if I need to do this. And then like the alarm goes off 30 minutes later, and you're like, wow, that like gave me like so much more, so much energy, it's such a refresh. It was really nice. Yes. And then I came
With the
back over
power
to this.
nap, how did you work with the power nap? Did you
Hmm,
make it dark? Did
yes.
you?
Yeah. So I have an eye mask that I
Uh,
take almost everywhere with me for this very reason. Um, yeah, because you never know if you're going to get curtains, and also if you're traveling on a plane or a train and stuff. Like I find it so useful to be able to like put a eye mask on, and like
Mm.
then you have like such a better opportunity to like actually rest and rest the eyes. And yeah, I used to do t-shirts, but the eye mask is it's like always in my bag.
Oh wow.
Like secret tool for sleeping.
And which
Napping
kind of
anyway.
position do you like to sleep usually? Or
Yeah.
really cool.
I am on my back, completely flat. Um, like I had some problems with like getting dry mouth in the night and
Ah,
acid reflux
mm.
stuff. And so I tend to sleep really thin, and I sometimes tape my mouth as well. I didn't now.
Mm.
Um, and I mean, I sometimes sleep on my belly and on my side and things, but yeah, on my back is like my sort of go-to now.
Oh wow.
And I find it quite nice. It's very like you feel like you're dead. You know, there's something about that position which is like you're so straight. So, but I like that I feel aligned. I feel like yeah, I feel very comfortable in my body. Like
And that's
my feet
uh,
roll out and it
I
hurts my
really.
hips. And that's the only thing I struggle with is like, how do I deal with the turnout of my hips? And sometimes I bolster it with pillows and or the duvet, but I
Ah,
haven't figured it out, like how
oh
to
wow.
be
Is
comfortable
it
in that
because
way.
after a while you feel a bit discomfort in your knees?
Yeah, my knees and my hips. Um, like,
Ah,
and because of course I'm quite turned out, but like, like I'm not that turned out that it's completely comfortable to have my legs straight and my feet to fall all the way. So
mm.
there's a little bit of tension, I think, around the abductors, and I have problems with my like abductors. I think it's called abductors, like the side of the thigh. Like I have a fatigue injury.
No,
Um,
it's not the
yeah.
abductor. The abductor is inside, no?
Ah, okay. So the outer one. What's this?
The other one is, God, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait.
Trochanteritis bursitis is the like
Ah,
fatigue that I have. So
yeah,
like
it's true. I remember that.
the anyway, this is so boring. But the pocket which
Yeah,
protects the muscle from rubbing
yeah,
against the bone is like
yeah.
mm,
Ah, so this is why you actually try to sleep for your truncatus, truncatus.
a little bit like it's like
Yeah.
different things. Like there's the
Mm.
acid, there's the I get a lot of mouth ulcers, so like I try to like not let my mouth dry out. That's why I
Uh-huh.
put tape on, and I find that position also helps. Like, yeah, it's funny,
Fun.
like how to live with a body. Like that they
We're
sometimes I
all to
think
sleep at
how
this
to sleep.
point
Yeah, I mean,
with
and
the body.
like I think the body is like it's an imperfect system. Uh, you know, sometimes they talk about how the nose cavities are like upside down compared to like if we really wanted to like clear out the nose or something. And like on primates, they're the opposite way
Wow.
round, and they can clear out their sinuses more easy, whereas we sort of get colds and stuff,
Okay.
which I have right now. So
Uh, yeah.
anyway, we're gonna be here all night if I don't get move on. So I go back to the studio after my nap, where Benny is. I think I talk on the phone on the way, and then Benny is trying to like fix the controller. And I'm dancing a little bit. I'm like doing some recordings. I'm like capturing our conversation and then deleting it, playing it back and then deleting it. And then I'm capturing myself, describing myself lying in the sun and the things I'm hearing. Oh yeah, and before that I went outside. Oh yeah, when I came, yeah, Benny is like, "Do you want to watch a film? And I'm like the sun is beaming in. I'm like, there's no way we can watch a film. It's far too bright. Uh, so I go and I draw snails in chalk with chalk on the floor, mm, which was fun. Because I was thinking about there's a philosopher that is mentioned in Catherine's work, the Dionysius. I forget his name. He's a cynic, and he sort of wishes or lives like a snail. Like he has all his possessions on his back, and there's this slowness, this like indifference to the world in a way, like just lives like life. It's sort of raw. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Uh, um,
What is the snails? I'm so sorry you go fast, but I am thinking about it. It is about what you own and your home and
I
how
think
that is
so.
heavy, but how it is slow. And I
Exactly.
don't.
Exactly. Like I think I don't know. I don't know exactly why it needs the house on the back. But I think maybe it's related to the domestic, like there's a lot of talk around how the domestic functions in politics and how it shapes our like states and how it shapes our societies, like a sort of mirror image of the household where the man is in charge of the family and owns the slaves and things like this, right? Like there's this like house replication, and it's from Greek or something like this.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, so I wonder if the snail is somehow this idea that it radicalizes the domestic into something that is, yeah, like this. Yeah. And
Radicalize the
then
domestic into what?
It's
Into something that is
it's
heavy
something
and
that is
full of
indifference, that
maintaining.
is like, and I think the cynics were like, there's this like they are cynical of things, so they distance themselves. They have this like I think,
Hmm.
gosh, yeah, my Greek philosophy
I'm
is
so
terrible.
sorry. I'm sorry about this. It was just exciting.
No, no. I mean, I was the one that was like, oh, I want to work with. But I remember now, I actually forgot to embody the snail. I think that was my intention, was to actually dance it, but I just ended up drawing snails. Okay. Then yeah, Benny is like, oh, this isn't working. I want to return the controller to the shop. So we go back and we return the controller. And we're walking. It's so sunny, but it's also cold. And I'm like, oh, let's walk this way through the houses back. And we walk through the houses. And then I see a road going down to the fields. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I think there's a way through the fields. And I'm like, let's go and find out. And then we walk through the fields, which is really beautiful. And we get down to the river. And then we manage to walk along beside the river. And then we sit on the bank next to the river, looking out at the ducks and the birds. And oh yeah, there are these predator birds that are just circling all the time around here. And there's like a couple of them. Maybe they're nesting or something, but it's so cool. It's so like vivid and wild. Because like something we've been sort of like discussing like the sort of the that anarch the that life is anarchic, like there is no teleography, like order to life. Like it just is. It has its an order which is outside of this sort of the order of humans in a way. So we're sitting and we're talking a bit about politics, and we're talking about like hyperpolitics and politics. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything to say about that, but it was nice. It was a long conversation, and I think it brought up a few things. And then we're back in the studio where I sang "Creep" by Radiohead. If you know this. I'm a creep, I'm a sinner. What the hell am I doing here? And then I'm dancing a little bit. We're walking around. I don't know what Benny was doing. And then I sang Mad World, by Tears for Fears. Uh, All around we are familiar faces, worn out places,
Mhm.
worn out. Yeah. And then it was dinner time. Uh, so we go back to the apartments, and Benny cooks. Benny cooks some tofu and pesto. We had bought pesto. We had leftover pasta from the night before, and we fried that. And he added vegan cheese. It was really good, actually. It was really, really tasty. Um, and I think I cooked the first night, and I think Benny has doesn't trust my cooking anymore. I think I,
I
I I think I didn't do a very good job. Like I was frying broccoli and I didn't put a lid on, so it didn't get soft. But I was like, oh,
uh,
that's okay. But but it's nice. It's nice. I know. So I think Benny wanted to cook. So we ate, and then I was like, come, we must watch this film. It's starting to get dark now. It's not quite 8 o'clock, so it's still light. But I was like, come, because Benny has been wanting me to watch One Battle After Another, is it called?
okay.
And it has Leonardo DiCaprio in. It's about the revolutionaries. So we go, we put this on the projector, we start watching this, and then every now and again the projector overheats, and so I go and do a dance or something. I said, Benny, put a song on, and I dance in the dark. And then we watch the film, and then it gets to like about 10 past, quarter past 10, and it's overheated again, and there's still half an hour of the film left, and I'm like, well, I can't wait for it to cool down again. Let's watch it some other time. We go, we say goodbye to Matthew, um, we turn the lights off, and we walk back in the sort of dark now. It was kind of nice. And I kind of go straight to bed. I brush my teeth and I get into bed. And then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't message Yari back. So I message you. Um, and also, oh yeah, I'm limping back. I realize now, like, I've hurt my hip, and so I'm in a little bit of pain. So I'm keen to get into bed and relax. Um, and because I remembered your message, I also remembered, oh shit, I need to finish watching uh, Sarah's podcast again. So I sat in bed watching that and playing on Instagram a little bit as well, which I maybe did too much as well. I was like, okay, I should have stopped, but yeah. And then I fell straight asleep, and that was my day. Thank you, Yari.
Wow.
Shall
Thank you.
we dance a little? See where we're at?
Yeah, your day was full of songs and dance.
Yeah.
Fragmented songs, fragmented dance. I love that.
I mean, it's a special time to be in dance residency. Me and Benny have been working for 2 years, and this is the first time we get to, like, on this project. We've known each other for a long time, but uh, to this is the first time we get to be in the studio to dance together on the things that we've been speaking about. I was with Benny for his, he was creating a video essay, and I was part of that. But this
Ah,
is the first time we get to actually dance and talk and stuff. So there's this like little bit of tension of like, oh, it should try and make the most of this time, but at the same time recognizing that to force anything would be to sort of go against what we're trying to explore. Yeah. But I
all
have an
right.
idea. I got an idea from the film, and I'm gonna try it today, and that's very
Wow.
exciting. But I can't talk about that because, of course, that didn't happen yesterday.
Yes, it's true. But you can talk the next tomorrow. You can talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah. Or today. I guess today is no, 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 tomorrow. You're right. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm
because you
so
do it
confused.
today. But the idea you got it yesterday, so in theory you could talk about
I
the
could talk
idea.
about the idea, but the idea is fresh. I don't know what it is yet. I think the idea is like because the question is how does an anarchist dance? And the idea is I wonder if the anarchist has to work secretly in order to dance. Is there something about
Mm.
finding creating a secret between the anarchist and the other dancers or the audience in order to dance because to hide from domination, to move away from domination? And could the secret be a way of doing that?
Wow,
I don't know. We'll find out.
we'll find out.
I'll let you know next time. All right, let's dance. Thank you everyone for listening. I hope this wasn't
Thank
too
you.
boring.
Yeah.
What a beautiful day you had, Yari. And to think I was doing all those things whilst you were um, putting up posters. And speaking about secrets, I mean, if people are just listening, they can actually watch us dancing on YouTube. So, and probably on Spotify as well.
Ah,
I don't want to stop dancing, but I guess it's 9 o'clock. Maybe you have to leave.
yeah, I really have to leave, I think soon.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Yari.
Thank you, Peter.